The President's Cup set to take center stage on the green this weekend, teeing off at the Royal Golf Club in Montreal, Quebec, starting on Thursday. It's the Americans actually favored ahead of the competition with a mix of experience. Wyndham Clark, one of the guys set to make his President's debut. He has had 8 top 10 finishes under his belt in 2024. Of course, he got the qualifying bid to get in, and we are excited to watch Wyndham play this weekend. And we are pleased to have Wyndham Clark, join us here on HQ. Wyndham, thanks for being with us, taking time out of your schedule. Before we dive into the President Cup preparations, just curious how you've been feeling with the 2024 season and where you're at today.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good year. I had a win. Multiple seconds, played on the Olympic team, and now here for the President's Cup team. So it's been an awesome year, and I'm really looking forward to this week. We have a great team, playing an awesome course here in Canada, and I'm really excited for the week.
Yeah, we're excited to watch you guys. We're going to get into that in a minute. But first, sort of take us through the expectations for you making your debut here at the President's Cup. What does your preparation look like this week?
Yeah, well, it kind of started a few weeks ago. You know, I went and played Napa to try to make sure I had some competitive rounds. I practiced a ton last week. Our team got here early to make sure that we all could get good prep in before any of the media stuff we have to do and how crazy these weeks can be for us. And so, I've played a lot of practice rounds with my playing partners that I'm going to have. Learning the golf course is always exciting. And, I feel like my game's in a good spot. I liked where everyone else's games are at, based on watching what they're doing. And, I'm really excited for the tournament to start. We've been here for about 5 days, so now I think we're all itching, ready to go.
Yeah, ready to get out there. Just kind of for the viewers at home, obviously things like the Ryder Cup, the President's Cup, they're a little bit different than your traditional golf tournament that we see, throughout the season. Walk us through some of those differences in terms of the athlete here, what it's like to compete in a tournament like the President's Cup.
Yeah, so, traditional week, I dictate my schedule. It's all on my time. I get to decide when I get there, what I do, how much time I want to practice, etc. And then when you get here, obviously you got to worry about 11 other guys. So we leave the bus very early. We get here, we all kind of train together, then we go practice together. We all eat lunch together, so it really does feel like a team. And then we have these great bus rides to and from the golf course where there's a lot of smack talk and games played and whatnot. And then we get back, we have either some sort of gala or function we got to go to. And then we typically have dinner and fun in our team room, which is usually really cool. There's sports on, there's, pool tables, ping pong tables, any sort of game possible. Wives and girlfriends are in there, plus with our captains and trainers. So it's this big Team USA that does everything together, and it's honestly so much fun. So there's been a lot of laughs, a lot of joking, a lot of encouragement. Really just a lot of fun times.
It seems like it's pretty different from the traditional sense in that, when you're out on the golf course, you're competing against everyone around you. But in this, it kind of sounds like you guys have a locker room camaraderie there. What's it been like just to have some of these guys that you compete against week in, week out? Now they're your teammates and you're getting that team bonding as you just talked about.
Yeah, I mean, you said it exactly. I mean, I'm normally trying to beat everyone in my team room. I'm trying to beat them every week. And to be honest, you don't really care how good they do. You want to beat them. And then now they're my teammates. And now I care, how they're feeling and encouraging them if they hit some poor shots or if they're losing, if they're maybe losing some confidence or you can sense something from them. And it's really fun. I mean, it honestly makes us a lot closer as friends on and off the golf course. And even after this event, I remember last year from the Ryder Cup, I got really close with a lot of the guys on the team because we got to share these great moments together. And so it kind of builds. And, if I'm blessed enough to play on multiple of these Team USA teams, I have these memories with these guys forever. And you kind of build these relationships so that going forward, you're even closer and feel like you connect with the guy and can go and win points for Team USA. So it's honestly the coolest experience. There's nothing like it in golf. It's such an individual sport, and then you get here and you feel like you're part of a big team, and you get that locker room experience. You get that, those hoorah speeches, and everyone gets fired up and excited to go out there, and they try to do everything they can to help the team.
Yeah, and looking at the roster, you guys have quite the stacked team there for Team USA going in. For you to be able to rep Team USA, because I heard you reference that a couple of times in that last question. You were at the Olympics this past year in Paris, as well as the Ryder Cup last year. To be able to represent your country playing the sport that you love, what has that meant to you?
You know, it's honestly something I never really dreamed about. I dreamed about winning golf tournaments and trying to, hoist trophies and putting on green jackets and being one of the best in golf. And, you sometimes don't quite think about being part of Team USA, especially for the Olympics. That wasn't part of golf growing up. Golf wasn't part of the Olympics growing up. And then now being part of it, it's the biggest honor you can have. I'm a huge fan of other sports, and I know there's certain sports that every 4 years they only get one opportunity, and to put on the red, white, and blue is the biggest honor. And now being part of it, it's what I try to strive for every year, to be part of this team, because it's so much fun, and I love my country. I love this sport, and I want to try to represent our country the best we can, and hopefully win a President's Cup.
Yeah, we hope that Team USA can bring that cup home. Before we let you go, Wyndham, I got to ask you about your Denver Broncos. I know you're a big Broncos fan. New quarterback in Bo Nix. They've got a big matchup coming up against the Jets. What have you thought about the team in Denver this year?
Obviously, tough start. The first two games were not what I thought we'd do, especially after a nice preseason. But the good thing is, I'm an Oregon Duck. So I'm pulling for Bo really hard, and I'm hoping that he's going to be our savior for our team. But I was really impressed. The third game we looked a lot better. Bo looked more comfortable, and if he just gets better and better each week and learns, that's all you can ask for. Not many rookies have had much success thus far, and to see that he got a win under his belt, a few touchdowns, I think he's just going to start getting more comfortable, and that's all I can ask for. I just want to see a nice future for our team, and maybe we look, if we look forward 3-4 years from now, maybe we're contending for a championship.
Oh, I like to hear that. If I had to put you on the spot, who's winning that game on Sunday, the Jets or the Broncos?
Oh man, I want to say the Broncos. I want to say the Broncos. Let's just put it at that.
We'll leave it at that. We are going to root for your Broncos this weekend, and we'll root for you as well. Wyndham Clark, one of the many talented golfers representing Team USA in the President's Cup. Wyndham, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
So here is a full look at that Team USA roster. Of course, you see Wyndham Clark there, 4 down from the top. Also of note, Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, 2 of the best in the PGA Tour this year. But a lot of good names on here, a lot of recognizable names for Team USA as they try to bring home the President's Cup this weekend.